This should be the beginning of another... This might be a day between recordings, but this pretty much happened sometime after, and in between that recording and this one, man, insects, because we're moving into spring, summer, so... And as if you didn't notice, the Finder had a lot of CGs available or wings available, but of course I'm still taking my time. We'll see how many dates I get through this video, though. I did take everything out, right? I did, and I have candles here, but blue orange into 5 stamina. Well, just let's go for a moment. Lola here. Plus 2 stamina, plus blue, and I think we're just gonna have to be happy with whatever we have here. And then we have the aquamarine earrings, which can be good. I mean, it has its place. Actually, let's just get all that, and we'll see what I actually do. I probably can't give this to all of them, but so yeah. So let's just level up a bit. And 4 sentiment for something here. I think I never really confirmed if this has an effect at max style level. I assume it would, though. I wouldn't see why it would not help me. But, I mean, I could be surprised. So, we're gonna definitely take the lube so that we can use more stuff faster. Otherwise, because this 4 sentiment goes down to 2 unless I make a 4 sentiment match. But I'm not gonna rely on that. Yeah, we'll just go with a bunch of power tokens and see how... Let's see how... Well, actually, I could go this one as well. But for now, let's see if this works out. And let's give this to Lola. So style level 3, so we should be okay there, question mark? And let's actually hover a food over, see if we can... Okay, so we can still give 1 more or 2 more food. I think that technically counts as 1 food because I got sentiment. So, yeah, let's talk once here. No. Well, and we're gonna give this to Lola, and I think I've given all the food I can, yeah. And let's talk 1 more. Actually, I shouldn't have done that, but I keep forgetting the answer. I feel like I knew that answer, but I also did I have baggage on Jesse? Close. Unique gifts. Need more unique gifts. This can't be like, I swear that okay. We'll see. We'll see. I think I'm gonna stick with this. I'm just going to stick with this loadout. So we're immediately gonna pop the lube, which will be 7. Well, this will need 7 sentiment, but it will be worth it.
As long as you...
And then we'll see if we can do Lola's stuff, because that will also be worth it. And I couldn't have given it to Lola because I think I gave the sentiment for romance double. That said, sick date gifts, that's fine, because she's going to be my affection. Every 5 moves lose 1 sentiment, which will help out with at least trying to get all of these used. So let's go. 3 here, 3 here. Actually, this drops everything down 1. And blue is all over the place. So we will use this immediately.
Would bring this on a date.
If I drop that down, okay, I can do these 2 moves as Lola now. I'm just afraid of ruining anything that I would need urgently, but I don't think I really do. Except for that stamina. There was that stamina there, but that's what this is for. So, unfortunately, not a lot of stamina dropping. So, yeah, I'm gonna lose that sentiment over there. And I don't even have. Let's see if I can't do anything. It doesn't look like it. I can push something down, but it wouldn't really help me still. Switch over for a moment. Yeah, even if I move this down, it wouldn't really help me too much. Unless I move the talent down, thinking I'm going to get a setup, force setup down here, which would require a green to drop here. I guess that's not so bad because I have like 17 moves left, but that would mean I really need it. Otherwise, I could just drop this now and get a 4 match over on this side. Maybe get a 5 match. So you know what? So now we have sentiment here, but I don't think I'm going to be able to really use it. If I could bring Straga Stamina over here, I would to get this 5 or that match, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. There's 4 passion here. I would like this really much. My grammar wasn't correct, but you understand what I mean. I could do it by doing... Well, I mean, I could get this matchup. The reasons so I can shift that sentiment down. Yeah, let's do that really quickly. Yeah, that ruins my blue, but I need to... I really want to pop this date gift right here. And you know what? I might as well just use that as well. And if I can, I could use an orange to drop this back down. That way I have my 4 set up again. But I need an orange in this row. Whether I want to do this one or this one, I need an orange to drop here. Whew, okay. Let's farm more and hope Broken Heart doesn't magically break me. Not yet, it seems. There's a 4 setup I can make now. Do I want to hold off on that? It's really not a good decision to do so. Otherwise, I can... here's another thing I'm thinking of. When I see a setup like this, I would want to move something over to the left, but it'd have to be either one of these 3. And I don't have that. It could be an orange, but then I need that orange to drop. That way I can shift it over and get a blue here, and then I need a blue to drop this column. Thinking about things, but hasn't really happened yet. Well, I could move this here. Can I move something up here? I mean, I could always just force this, but... And it would clear some broken hearts, and I don't have broken heart removals or conversions, so... I mean, I guess, but... I don't think I have enough stamina to survive. So we're gonna hold off on that. If I do this, this breaks the 4 match, but allows for me to maybe redo this. Yeah, that's not a great idea, is it? If I'm just gonna do the 4 or 5 match here, I might as well move this over here. That way, if an orange does drop, I can get the 5 orange match here. What would need to drop here that would help me out? Nothing really. That would just be jockeying for this 5 orange match. Which... 3 sentiment all spread out, so I can't really rely on that. If I could drag something over here, that would be better, but not really anything I can drag over. So yes, I do have a lot of setups. I'm pretty sure someone may have seen a list of moves I could be making, because I'm just sitting here thinking, but I would want to do a top match just to be safe and see what else drops, but I don't think I have that luxury. So let's just make a move and hope it works. That's probably not one of my best moves. This is what I would like to do, but that's a waste of a bunch of stamina, and I don't want to do that. Do I have a match somewhere here? No, I do not. Yeah, I need to get this sentiment used up, because Jesse's is going to keep losing it until I use the date gift. And Lola's baggage gift was pretty much negligible because I planned to make her my affection point. It'd be a completely different story if Jessie was, but she's not. So I think this is my safest / best move if I don't want to ruin too many things. Unless a blue drops here in a bad place for some reason, but you know what? That looks somewhat promising. Of course, the only way I can drop these right now is if I do this, unless there's another move available. Like I said, there's a red here, but there's no red in this column, so it doesn't really matter. 14 moves, and I have some passion, so I could be making affection moves now. I guess I'm just gonna take the 4. Are there any other moves I can make before that? What changed here? Not really much. I mean, there's this, but that's just delaying the 4 match I was planning to make. I mean, it could drop something else down that might help me out, but I think the only thing I have right now is this, really. That ruins a lot of the blue over here, but I mean, I guess I'll just end up dropping doing the 3 blue because I don't have a lot of orange or passion to match. So let me just take one more look at the board. Orange, red, green, blue, passion, joy, stamina. Yeah, it's all over the place. We'll just do this now. That was 148, I assume. No power token, even though I use this, so good job, RNG. Huniepop dev. Is this perfect RNG or is it not perfect RNG? I feel like it would be. I mean, it boosts the style level, so it's not guaranteed, but you get my point. What I can do now is I can move this over. That way I can get to this red match while I'm moving this sentiment over. But that's only if I really need to, and that's going to cost a lot of moves. That's going to cost 2 moves. I can get it back by popping this. Do I have another move available to me? I do. I have this into the stamina match if I need the stamina. But that ruins a lot that's up the top, and I might as well just do this now. My nose? That way I don't ruin anything down below. We'll also do this as Jesse to get more moves. So now we have this nice little square. 4-corner square where I can move this over to if I need to move things very delicately, but what I really want is to drop these 3 heroes onto. I have sentiment here, but if Jesse's going to lose 1 sentiment, then I need to make basically 2 sentiments moves back to back. I wonder when that counter starts. Is this... Okay, so just a quick little, not math, but more mechanic question. If anyone knows, put in the comment section below. But do these 5 moves start on a timer after I get 1 sentiment? Or is it starting since the beginning of the date? Because if it's starting at the beginning of the date, even if I try to do 2 sentiment moves back to back, unless I get a 4 or 5 sentiment match, then what will happen is I could go... So say I can make this sentiment move into another sentiment move right away. If I make this sentiment move, but this is not based on sentiment after moves, then what might happen is I lose 1 sentiment after matching this. And even though I can match this next one, that will actually prevent me from spending this because, well, I lose 1 sentiment in between the 2 matches. If it does start after I match 3 sentiment, then I can do 2 back-to-back and not have to worry about losing 1 sentiment is basically the point. And that's pretty relevant to kind of stop and think about because, yeah, like I just said, it's going to stop me from doing this, using this date gift. So, yeah, just things to think about. Otherwise, yeah. And that's assuming if I could do 2 sentiment back-to-back. But since I really can't really do that, I could do this to get rid of a bunch of stuff, but, I mean, that ruins some sentiment matches. And if I lose 1 sentiment, that's a waste of... That's 3 moves for this. Which, I mean, arguably is worth it, because you just saw that match give me about 148. And assuming if that dropped a power token, which, again, it didn't because of RNG, that probably would actually have allowed me to succeed the state, but since I didn't get one, because it would have, I think it would have appeared here because I made that match, so I would have had a 4 blue matchup here. So again, just if Huniepop dev is for some reason watching this specific point in this video, yeah, that pretty much boned me here because I used this. I was like, yeah, power token, no power token dropped in. Probably would have dropped here, which means I could have just dragged this immediately here as Lola, and gotten like 400 to up to 400, 700, I assume it's going to be, well, it was a power token, so maybe like 600, 700. But that's another possibility in a future that does not exist. So let's just make a move. Let's just make a move because RNG. But yeah, we'll do this one because I can still at least move the sentiment back up. That nothing bad dropped here, so this candle's also being very RNG-ish. Granted, a lot of blue did drop, but not enough. So, big ouch. I would like to move this over, but again, I don't have a move there. Again, and maybe someone sees some moves I could have passed the date in or put me in a better position, but I've already made the moves I've made, so you know what? So what I could do is drop the. Okay, we're gonna do this for the sake of sentiment. So let's find out. If I lose one sentiment here, that way I can immediately use this. Okay. Well, actually, could have. Okay, so it could have happened between the sentiment moves and after the sentiment moves. Because if I made the 2 matches, got 6 sentiment, and then lost 1 sentiment, it worked out. So, yeah, I won't complain any more than that. Well, I will complain about. Well, yeah. So we have another match here. I don't think I have any more moves to spend on. And if I drag this all the way over as Lola and get a power token now, that means I need to set up some things over here. And that Joy's all over the place, Stamina's all over the place. Did just 4 more drop? Actually, that was good luck, but notice how another power token didn't drop. If I match another 4 match and a power token doesn't drop, it's just the name of the game, right? So I would need to do either 2 horizontals on one of these 2 blues, drag something up if I see a match somewhere, not including that because that breaks my 4 matches, or just have to do something completely different. I would love to drag this all the way over, but I have no matches, as you just saw. And I've used all my date gifts, so theoretically I'm in the best possible position. Unfortunately, I'm not. So I'm looking for. Okay, if I drop this, I need blue to drop like this. I need another horizontal match down here to drop it, but I don't really have that. Oh, my nose. But I think I don't really have much choice, considering I don't have more moves to set up. So this 4 match is going to be my last hope, unless I move something over, like I can do this. But that's not looking very likely, so... let's do this. No, let's do this. No, I can't. So I was thinking, that was only a result of this, moving this upward. If that's the case, I'm gonna do this. And, this... if I really wanted to concentrate, I might be able to be greedy by setting up a 4 or 5 match here while getting this 4 match over here, but I don't think I have that luxury. And I would do that by starting this off, but we're gonna do this.
Real good way to treat a friend.
What would this... Do I just take the brainless move here? I mean, not that there's much else for me to do, right? Orange. I mean, unless I want to set up another 4 type token match, but orange, red. Orange, red, green. Am I forgetting one? No. Orange, red, green. None of those are really looking like good setups. But, so, I mean, do I just do the brain dead play here? I think so, right? I don't really have much else I can do. I mean, there's other things I can do, like drop this if I really wanted to, but... you know what? Just to theory craft a bit, but if I drop this and somehow get these 2 reds on the bottom, I can actually shift whatever's on this side over, because this red right here will shift over, but that's assuming I get that much. So we're just going to do the brain dead play.
Excellent.
3 moves to get 300, and that gave me about 160. The recipient! The recipient. I was wondering why I wasn't getting as much. So someone's probably been yelling. If you're watching this video, you've probably been yelling at me ever since I put that, even just put that date gift on Jesse. Well, all things considered, this was okay too, but now in hindsight, I should have traded this around. Because this is not based on recipient. Even then, this is RNG where this is guaranteed double affection for the recipient. Okay, I will remember not to ever do that again. Hopefully I get a chance to redeem myself by not failing this date, but it looks like I'm going to fail this date with that big blunder. So, hard mode, I mean, I'm not going to say hard mode is like impossible, because 2 dates in a row now, at least 2 dates within 3 videos. Let's just accept my loss like a man, however. Yeah, because I don't have much left. I do need to move this over somehow. Otherwise, I need to set up some blues over here. Otherwise, I will be guaranteed a loss. I need something to drop from the sky. Close. 4 match into the 3 match. Or I could do double 4 matches, but that's not... Can I set something up? Can I actually set something up? I can. Save me. This needs to save me. Do I have another play available? No, not really. So this I need to save myself here. So this 4 match needs to work, or... Good. RNG saved me. Thankful. Well, I mean, I'm gonna trade that off, alright? Because that date gift did not give me any power tokens. Yes, I succeeded, so me making that blunder over there was okay, because I succeeded, but let's not lie. I'm not going to lie to anyone and say RNG did save me there with what dropped down. Granted, the candles probably helped out too, because it increased my blue rate, but I'm just going to chalk that up to RNG. So, we're going to take all this back, because we can. I don't know who asked, enough people, I think even I have said it, maybe I said it during one of my streams, but ultimately thinking about it, it's just, it makes things, kind of easier. Let's take this. Yeah, let's take this. Unless that's gonna be, well, actually, let's find out. Well, that at least sets up for the next time. No, well, we have one more date in us. I don't want this to be, well, this might be past 30 minutes. If you're watching this, then you will know, because you can tell if this video's more. Also, did this just update? I swear this just updated. This was not like this before. Unless I never seen this. Look back in my video, see if that was the case. But, anywho. Food. Well, yeah, this is nice at least. So I can go through all this and see for sure. And then this is, yeah, this is what it is. I'm pretty sure this, well, for sure this is, that's, Nora. So we will do that, and if we don't have Zoe, then I will just... I mean, I might as well just buy this, because I still need the style points, so you know what? Ow, my nose. Let's do this. Double yo! And then this is Zoe's, so we're gonna put that there. 5 stamina, and do we have anything else? Not really, just a lot of passion stuff, or food stuff. Someone said that you can do 2 foods. Let's find out if that's true. Because I might as well just buy one of these. Or both of these, really. That way, because these don't perish until, like, way later. This I need to spend right away. And there we go. And let's use this. So, theoretically, I should only be able to give 2 of these. Or one of these 2 next, and then I'll be out. And let's find out. I mean, and it could just be that I only have 2 uses here, but I mean, I'm not saying that the person who said that is a liar or anything. I'm playing the game right now. I might as well make sure. That said, so I have 2 blues here actually, and apparently these do stack. So if I give one of these each, but I don't need talent right now. The question is, who is going to be my faction? I could make both of them, that's always a thing, but you know my strat, I like using, one as the main, and the other as not the main. So, I should probably put this on, yeah, we'll put this over here, because this, so basically anything that's not based on the recipient, I can give to my support girl, and anyone that is based on the recipient, like this, should go on the girl I plan to get affection as. And that includes anything else, so let's see. My nose, exhaustion. Actually, let's check, because I think I have 4 consecutive moves, that's fine. 2 consecutive of the same type will cost an extra move. Moves with multiple matches excluded, which is a big stamina sink, but I guess that's why I have this. So, it's extra move, right? Yeah. Let's talk first. And then we will give 20% to Ashley, and let's see. So yeah, 2 foods, and someone said it doesn't include smoothies, but I feel like it did include smoothies because before date, for the last couple, yeah. Let's see. We're gonna bring something because using this and this. I mean, like I said, I guess this, now that I know for sure that this is big RNG, it's RNG. Granted, the style level will, at a certain point, you will want to use this if this results in 100%, because I'm pretty sure I'm not. So, but because it's not, I'm going to use something that I know will help me for sure. Granted, if RNG works out, RNG works out. So it's not like I'm saying this is useless. I'm just saying, at this point in time, I've lost some faith with it in my current situation. If my style level was higher, then I would probably bring it, but that's not the case. Also, if I find out that if you're at max style level and you use this and it has no effect, then this is definitely a lower rated item because, well, if it doesn't boost your style level any further, then what's the point of using it? So, just my thoughts. So that's why I'm probably going to bring this. Let me just make sure. Do I want to block baggage? I think I actually want to block baggage because I'm going to make a bunch of red moves. Granted, I don't have a candle, but still. I think this basically, because I think the multiplier is, well, if we're only looking at affection type likes or dislikes, dislikes are at a multiplier of 1, neutral is 2, and liked is 3, so this pretty much makes, some people might not think a lot about least favorite types becoming basically neutral tokens, but that's actually somewhat important because when double your points is the difference between 400 and 800 points, just a little, an example, then yeah, it's a pretty big jump. And then when you reach the thousands, yeah, so we might use this, especially if it costs 1 after I use this date gift, the lube. Yeah, we're gonna bring that. Otherwise, I would bring this, but let's test this out. That way, I can test it out now with low points, and I should be able to tell kind of when it's useful. Also, we're dealing with Ashley's baggage. I could have brought the baggage blocker, which is obviously more effective on hard difficulty because you have more baggage than one baggage in normal difficulty. And if you're on easy, you don't have to deal with any baggage. But let's see what I'm working with. This is okay. I mean, immediately force setup at the cost of destroying Nora, so I would have liked to bring the other one thing instead, but it's fine. Seeing that Nora is orange, but if I have more passion as Ashley, then I'm pretty much going to stick with Ashley, especially if I use this date gift to make least favorites neutral, I think is how I look at it. I have a 5 sentiment match here as well, but that would be really lucky. I mean, ultimately it's like, hey, I got it, but or I could do a double. I think drop 6 tokens right now. I probably want to do this as Nora. Reason being is so I can use the lube, and then I can set up for the passion 4 drop. I'm pointing in real life as if you can see, but basically I'm just going to do it right now, so 40 passion, and well, we can set things up. And yeah, unfortunately I did not bring the upset date gift, but also, she's draining 5. Oh, yeah, okay. So, abandonment issues. A lot of people have trouble with that. I hope watching me do what I do kind of makes people hate it less, but I mean, I can't really. I mean, I'm not gonna say it is on paper. It is really bad, and when I look at it, it is really bad. But kind of working around. I guess knowing that I had this baggage as Nora, I probably should have brought the upset date gift. That way, I can do a 2-for-1. So when I do this, if I had it, I would have done this as Nora, and then also dodge this while setting up this for here. I mean, I could do something else. I could do this to kind of set up if I had a match there, but I don't. So yeah. Is it worth it? If to use both of the, or pretty much all of these, I think it is worth it, right? Well, I can't use all of these, but I can use a bunch of them. So what I'm thinking of is, actually, I could match this and do the same thing. So we will do that. So I'm pretty much going to, yeah, you lose one. I mean, thankfully, it's not of your total. Otherwise, that would be. I feel like Huniepop Dev was like, just do 5% of the total. Oh wait, you pretty much just lose everything even if you get some affection. So I mean, thankfully we don't have that. So also, I didn't know I was gonna get that, but at least we can use all of this now. If we get orange, oh no, yeah, let's just do these. Part of my game plan. If I could do that, I would, but I can't. Also, we have a lot of broken hearts, and I don't have well, I have this, but I need to make more sentiment first. So it looks pretty good. I have a 5 matchup, but there are no more columns on this side. So big McRip. Would it be too overpowered just thinking while I'm thinking of my next move to give us a date gift that allows to put 1 token on the board and add date gifts like that? The only reason I say that is to alleviate that for people learning the game or playing through and having, because apparently a lot of my comments are people struggling with the game, so but I understand if Huniepop Dev chooses not to make the game any easier, because technically the last stamina patch made things easier, but as I said, stamina was a thing, but I don't think it was the thing that should have been buffed with the highest priority to be buffed in terms of lowering the difficulty of the game. So the one I can think of off the top of my head as I think of what I'm going to do is lowering the point threshold for normal and easy. Hard you can leave it because hard is hard, but yeah. I think I'm actually going to do this to drop these 3 reds down while dropping the sentiment down, so I can basically dropping a bunch of things, and we'll see how it works out. Yeah, because these broken hearts are dropping me, which means I need sentiment to break it. Unfortunately, I don't have the sentiment to break it. And I don't have things to break that here as well. I need to spend about 1 or 2 moves clearing the board a bit. So what will this get me? So I'm losing a bunch of affection in terms of number of times I'm losing affection, but ultimately I'm looking for big moves anyway. So to me, it doesn't really. Nora's baggage doesn't really affect me until it affects me, obviously. That sounded really weird, but trust me, it makes sense. So again, here I would really love to have done this. Maybe I should have just brought it. But my gut instinct. But that's why I was kind of testing the last Dex date gift I have yet to give Ashley. But yeah. Also, funny enough, I don't think my voice. I have yet to do 2 moves of the same type. This will result in a 3. This will ruin this, so I kind of don't want to do that yet. This drags this down, and if I could change this, drop this column 1 more, or drop these 2 reds is the point, I could get a 5 matchup immediately. So let's set that up. This is the way. This is. I'm not even trying to. I wasn't trying to meme. Now that I think I just said the quote, but this will allow me to set up the 5. So that was just a bad. Well, in hindsight, a date gift choice I could have made. Yes, there's this green here as well. Oh my goodness, that's really a thing. let's at least farm farm more stamina on Ashley before I ruin Nora's day for the moment. Also, yeah, so basically doing a lot of top moves. Another 5 setup, but that requires me this to drop. But like I said, I've already concentrating on this, so...
Like everybody else.
I think we just pop this now, right? 3 stamina, and then I need to do... If I do that immediately, I need to actually... That means Ashley dies. That means Ashley dies. Do I just want to play it safe for 4 moves, just to be sure? Because that means I spend 4 moves to get Nora back, then spend about 2 moves. So that's 6 moves, all for the sake... As long as I keep this, but if I make a match and red drops and then it ruins this, then... Alternatively, I could do I could ship this around. Some people who like to balance girls might see this 5 passion and do that, but that ruins the red. I mean, but I can see people making that choice. I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and start trading off. So, and if stamina drops, then it drops. Otherwise, science. So yeah, that was about and that doubled. So that would have been worth 300, but and I could match this here right now. But let's see if I can't be a bit greedy and drop this down somehow. Otherwise, I mean, I could also set this... there's a lot of setup here. But I'm not sure where I want to go. I could drop this, that way I get stand. Let's do this, actually. I'm full on passion, but that move was to do this. We should be okay, right? 11 moves, there's no way I bumble this up unless I destroy Nora and Ashley at the same time. There's sentiment here. What do I get for removing broken hearts? Otherwise, do I just pass if I might as well, right? I might as well, right? This won't ruin me, right? We'll do that here. I could go here, but I'm gonna go here. Okay, so that did just pass. That wouldn't fly on a later date because I would be at like 2,000 or 3,000. But hopefully by that time, 1, I would have leveled up, and 2, I would have more date gifts that I like to use in a certain setup, unless I'm using the wrong setup. But yeah, that's this date. Maybe I should have just kept going just to see, just kind of to test my own brain and pick apart some strats as tokens drop. But that's it. That's what it is. What it is for now. So I'm just gonna take what I have. And while I take this, then yeah, like I said, if you like watching my videos, support me however you want. Otherwise, this will be it for now. Jared and MML. I should be back.